Rajdeep and Mr. Umat, I want to begin with you. Rajdeep, it's just not hardcore Hindutva. It's hardcore Hindutva plus the promise of the Gujarat development model, and it's all got to do with also ruthless cutting of tickets and giving it to even turncoats from the Congress. Just a very smart strategy.
You know, this is BJP 360, which aims to do total domination of Gujarat, which will use whatever it takes to win an election. So you will do micromanagement at some level, as was being earlier discussed, put up even sponsor local Muslims to cut into the votes of your political rivals. You will drop a number of sitting MLAs against whom your internal report suggests high amount of anti-incumbency. You will get certain candidates to withdraw at the last moment, as we saw with an AAP candidate in Surat. And yes, while you will talk, and the Prime Minister will talk about the Gujarat model when he goes there and try and seek votes in his name, you'll have the likes of Himanta Biswa Sarma with their political dog whistles that are aimed in a way at reminding the Hindu voters of Gujarat that, look, if we don't come to power, then the Muslims will have a share in power, some kind of a voice in the power structure. Raking up Aftab's case to suggest it, love jihad could happen tomorrow in Gujarat, or indeed bring out the fear that many Gujaratis have of the 1990s when the Congress was in power and there was a series of communal riots in and around Ahmedabad, and then suggest that if they return to power, God forbid, those riots will return. So somewhere this is strategic, but it is also communal dog whistle politics at one level, while also talking the politics of Vikas. So BJP wants to ensure that whatever it takes, they will monopolize the political narrative of Gujarat. So use the Himanta Biswa Sarmas, the Yogi Adityanaths, the likes of Mr. Chaudhary, the Union Minister, who only yesterday suggested if the Congress wins, Pakistan will be happy and therefore you must vote for us. Look, in the last election, a fake report was put out that some army DG in Pakistan was pushing for Ahmed Patel to become Gujarat Chief Minister. Posters of this kind came up in Surat. Or it was suggested that the Prime Minister, then former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, was engaged in some conspiracy with Pakistan. All of this is done to create a mahal which strengthens the Hindu vote bank. We talk of minority appeasement. This is clearly majority consolidation, and it's been going on in Gujarat now for more than 2 decades.
Classic playbook, Ajay Umat, you would think, because this time also Arvind Kejriwal wearing a skull cap, posters of that was splashed across many constituencies, especially in Surat and up north. All of that put together, would you think, is it expected that they had to go back to basics and come down to hardcore Hindutva? Wasn't just the promise of the Gujarat development model, or classic astuteness on giving out tickets, ruthlessness, complete strategy at play there. Wasn't that enough, or was this all expected and will only drum up in days to come?
Look, Priti, BJP is not hiding anything, when it comes to Hindutva. So they are not giving a single ticket to any Muslim. So that is a clear-cut indication that, we are a Hindutva party. Okay, but look at the tragedy of Kejriwal, because Kejriwal thought that initially he tried to woo some Muslims, but then Muslims started asking questions to Kejriwal about Sahijganj, about Nizamuddin, about flogging of Muslim boys in Kheda district, about Bilkis Bano case, that why you were silent when remission took place in case of Bilkis Banu's rapist. Then they started asking that why you were silent when Tista Sitalwad case happened, why you were silent when this encroachment bulldozers were going on in Muslim areas, so-called legal, illegal. So Kejriwal has no answer, and on the top of it, during Diwali he said that the photos of Lakshmi ji and Ganpati ji should be published there. So BJP got advantage of Hindutva vote bank because everybody thinks that Modi and Amit Bhai is an iconic figure, and now Yogi also added to this. They are an iconic figure for Hindutva. But Muslim vote bank has gone to Congress party this time, and mind you, there are 24 constituencies in Gujarat where Muslim voters are considered to be a force to reckon with. They are ranging from 10 to 55% votes in Muslim constituency. That includes Daryapur, Jamalpur, Abdasa, Mandvi, Bhuj. There are 24 constituencies. So BJP, when they talk about vote bank politics in Khambat, Amit Bhai is talking about Article 370, Ram Mandir, Uniform Civil Code, then, demolition took place in Dwarka, in Khambat, in Modasa, and then reminding them about, riots that, before 20 years, there were riots, 256 days, there was no bank clearance. So a fear factor is also induced among the psyche of Hindus that, if you don't vote for BJP, then remember that, again that Latif Raj will come, because Amit Bhai is saying that, there is
Right.
no Gunda in Gujarat, no Dada in Gujarat, only Hanuman Dada will rule in Gujarat. So it is a clear-cut indication that, fear factor also is very, very important. BJP is playing that card also beside Hindutva and Rashtravan.
Playing all possible cards. Satyan Kulabkar.
Winnability.
Or
Winnability
Satyan,
is the only.
Yes,
Winnability is the only criteria.